Good day, Internet. Mr. Thain back at it again with another teaching tips video. In this video, I'm going to share with you an effective strategy to share student data. Coming up. When you share student data, it can be a very powerful tool to help motivate your children. So one of the things that I do is I put up charts and graphs all over the classroom showing the students their own data. And what you can do is, on any topic, math, reading, science, social studies, whatever skill you're working on, you can set up some sort of chart or system in the classroom to show students where they are and where they're going. An example of this would be, for kindergarten, our letters and letter sounds. So what I will do is I will have a chart that says how many letters each student knows, so they can reflect back on it and look at what they know and what letters they need to work on. So once they've mastered a certain letter, they can get a check mark or a sticker or something like that next to that letter. Another thing that I've been working on is in math. I've broken down 10 of the standards that we've been working on so far this year, and I've made this chart. And what students do is, once they've mastered a skill, they put a sticker by that skill. How do they master it? Well, we do various activities, but I have a time of the day that I've been calling Prove It Time. And so what we've been doing is, when it's small group time, if I'm not working with an individual student, they can select a center, a math center, that corresponds with one of the 10 standards we've learned. They will complete that activity and put it in the folder. Later on, I will grade that, and the next day, if they've completed the paper and or activity and mastered that skill, I will tell them, I'll make a big deal about it, and they can put their sticker on the chart. Why this is powerful is because when they have that free choice time to select what center they want, they can refer back to their chart and say, oh look, I've mastered skills 1, 2, and 3, but I've yet to master 4 and 5. So it helps give them ownership of their data and their own learning and what they need to be working on. So that's one example of how I share my data with students. Now, something that I used to get a little bit hung up on was, I thought, well, is it really fair to share the data with the students so everyone can see? I thought maybe students, the lower achieving students, might feel bad that their data is displayed for the whole class. But what I've seen is that's not necessarily a problem. It's more of a motivator to do better or to achieve higher. So if you do have individual students that would have a problem with that, what you could do to get around it is you could put their initials on the chart instead, or a different sort of system that's a little bit more anonymous. But I assure you, it really has worked for me in the past using their names, and they can talk about it, and you get a little bit of that positive peer pressure going. They have little conversations. Oh, I got my sticker on number 10 or number 9, or look, I know 24 letters, something like that. It's really powerful to display it around the classroom, and it gives students an ownership of the room as well. So if you don't have a lot of wall space, another quick tip is, I actually have in the past wrote on the windows with a dry erase marker. That seems to work pretty well, and the kids think it's cool that there's something on the wall and the window. So that's just a quick tip for today. Share your data with your students, find a way to display it in the classroom, and have them take ownership of their own learning. See you next time.